going to explain to us how to make a curry. He's actually making a madras, but it doesn't matter, it's how the curry is made.
Okay, I'm going to cook this as if you were cooking it at home, and I'll stove at home with a low flame. Obviously you're not going to have the flame that I get here. So I think that's just about right. You should get something like that.
I would say a little bit lower.
A little bit lower. It'll just take a little bit longer to cook.
There. Oh, that's about...
Yeah. Mine's like that at home.
Right.
Okay, so we'll start off with the oil. About 1 spoonful. Oh, what am I doing? I almost turned it up then. So obviously it's going to take a little bit longer to heat up. It doesn't matter what curry you're trying to make at home. If you want a takeaway style, obviously you've got to get the curry sauce right. You've got to know, this is the basic part of the curry. If you get the basic part wrong, obviously it's not going to taste like what you get from a takeaway. So if you first know how to make that, then your curry should come out right. If you use the method that we use here. Hopefully.
Well, mine do.
It didn't.
Mine do at home.
Oh, it do, yeah. Okay, so once the oil is hot, we put the garlic in. And just wait for the garlic just to have a slight brownish tinge on it. There, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Well, obviously if you move it then you won't. So I'll put in about half a spoon of some tomatoes, pinch of salt, about 2 teaspoons of curry powder.
And while he's doing this, the little bits of chilli are browning. They're not burning, but they're slightly browning.
This one I'm putting a little bit more chili powder than normal because the customer is asking for it to be extra hot. So I'll put about 1/3 less in the normal curry. So I'll put in about half a ladle spoon of curry sauce in that one. The curry sauce just helps the heat distribute throughout the pan and into the powder, the curry powders, the chili powders, and it helps it cook, and I can carry on cooking it a bit longer, so you know the flavours come out of the curry. Oh, sorry, the spices, sorry. Almost forgot the all important dash of lemon juice. Now with a hot curry, if you can add it to any hot curry. If you add lemon juice to hot spices, it just cuts through the spices, the hotness, and just brings out a little flavour as well with that slight tanginess. Try it, don't take my word for it. Cook one without lemon juice and try cooking one with lemon juice, you'll see the difference.
As you can see, he's not stirred that, but he will do. He's just obviously busy making the other curries for customers.
So, even when you've got a low flame like this at home, as you can see, it is cooking. The oil is rising to the top, so you've got no excuse to say, oh, my oil doesn't rise, you know. It does, it will do. If you leave it, let it cook slightly, eventually the oil will rise.
Now just before you stir that, leave the pan there, you can see around the edges it's slightly drying.
Yeah.
Is that going to add to the flavour?
Well,
because it's cooking.
It is cooking, but you don't want to let it get too dry. If it gets dry like that, it's okay as long as you don't let it burn.
Right.
Drying is one thing and burning is another.
Yeah. So you're roasting them spices around the edges.
Yeah. So to that, I'm just going to add the chicken. And then 2 ladles of curry sauce. I almost toasted it again, he'll turn up the heat. Get used to it. So just leave that now until it starts bubbling away and then reduces to an acceptable level, so it's nice and thick sauce.
Now, when I'm at home, I leave it without stirring it.
That's right, you don't need to stir it. The only time I'll stir it is see the curry sauce that's stuck to the side of the pan.
Yeah.
I'm just going to use a spoon to scrape that off before it burns. Because if it burns, the flavour will change.
Yeah. And by leaving it, are you getting again that same roasting effect on the bottom of the curry?
If anybody has done science at school, if you don't stir something, the heat will be retained in the sauce and cook it quicker. If you stir it, that heat is going to be released and it's going to, move away from the sauce and it'll take longer to cook. That's all. So you just have to be patient, unfortunately, at home if you haven't got a burner that's blasting away. But what you can do to speed up the cooking process is, if you have a pot of curry sauce at home, just separate a little bit, put it into a saucepan and just bring that to the boil. And then when you add it to the curry will cook quicker.
But when people are cooking at home, there's not a mad rush.
Well, no, if there's no mad rush, then you're alright.
Yeah. One thing I've found, Sam, cooking at home, like it is now, if you don't touch it, I leave it to start to dry around the side of the pan before I stir it, and by doing that, the bubbles don't seem to splash out of the pan as much.
True, yes.
Because like now, at the bottom of that curry, it starts to be getting thick, and the top being thinner, it doesn't splash out.
Yeah, but sometimes when you're busy in the restaurant, okay, I can leave it now because the heat is on low.
Yeah.
But if it's on full heat and it's cooking very fast, then I have to stir it because obviously the curry sauce around the pan is going to start burning quicker.
But when you're making it at home,
at home it's
it.
fine. Yeah, just leave it, let it cook.
See, now Sam's like, this is waiting an age for this to cook. But us at home, we don't have to work at the speed he works at.
What do you want to take a picture of? Or you want to see the recording too? that recording.
Yeah.
It's recording that I'm putting. Very nice curries here, very nice. Thank you very much. I recommend it a lot.
Very nice, a very good craft.
You're welcome. Next time, please.
I think they're after a free curry.
Well, that now, according to the timer on the video, is just coming up to 11 minutes. If you was cooking it at full whack, how long do you reckon it would take?
5 minutes. There's a lot of difference in there.
Yep.
Okay, so that is quite dry now around the side of the frying pan. So I'm just going to do a quick stir.
Now from this point, when do you know that it's finished? Obviously to add coriander yet, but...
Well, from this point, when I look at the sauce, if I just lift it up with a spoon, and just look at the consistency. Now some people, they prefer, when I'm Madras, the sauce to be a little bit runny.
Yeah.
So if that's what they wanted, I would take it off now.
Yeah.
But some people want it really dry. They say, can you please cook it and make it really thick? Obviously then I would have to cook it a bit longer.
Yeah.
Because if people don't specify, then I try and leave it somewhere in between.
One thing I've noticed, obviously I watch you make a lot of curries now, when it's coming near the end of the time, if I put it into words, I call it the curry floats on the pan. Now,
With the sauce?
yeah, any curry you're making, once you've stirred it round, it's like the oils come out of it,
Yeah, that's right.
and it like skids across the pan.
That's right. That happens more with types of bitter types of curry, when you use a lot of onions.
Yeah.
When you're making a jalfrezi or a boona, curries like that, where they tend to be more drier than these curries.
Yeah.
Then they slide about a lot more in the pan when they're nearly done.
And is that because of the oil content that's come out of the curry?
The oil content, and also it's got a lot more ingredients. This is just pure sauce, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas the other curries, they have onions, peppers and things like that, makes it even thicker. You know, absorbs the sauce. Obviously it's still going to absorb all the oil. Some of that will be left outside and it's going to line the base of the pan and the side of the pan, so it makes it slide a lot more. So if you look at that now, that sauce is quite thick, but not too thick. Some people do have it thicker. So if you don't specify how thick you want it, I would leave it about that sort of thickness, consistency. And add the coriander. Just a little bit of spicy oil. Add the coriander about maybe 10-20 seconds before you take it off, because you don't want the coriander to cook too much. It's a herb, and if you overcook it, you'll lose that flavour. And that's it. On a very low heat.
There you go. If you've liked this, please like the video at the bottom there and subscribe. And then when the ebook's ready, you shall be emailed. Thanks for watching.